Mid into Syndra here gives you a lot more power than a lot of mid laners are going to have against Syndra right now, so she loses some extra prio here. At least becomes an insane threat in all three lanes actually here for D plus Kia with this Jace flex mid.
Exactly right, plus there is so much pick potential on the side of D plus Kia as well. Let's get onto the Rift and see how Nongshim do against this crazy composition. Wow, that snowball to begin early. I kind of like the idea. It's bit of a dash there as Deft gets exhausted. Vital taken down very, very low as Deft is just going to walk it out. They'll take the Summoner Spell advantage, or at least the evening out of the Summoner Spells, given the fact that Teleport isn't really going to help you in a battle. As now Sylvie is just going to walk towards Dundun.
This is what's going to happen to this Sejuani, you know, in this game. Is just going to always have to shadow these lanes, but you can't shadow all three. You have to figure out where Canyon is, and you lose.
And with the ward going into the brush, not able to put it over the wall, so not going to have to worry about it too much, as Showmaker was the last one to play the mid Jace. It was him and Chovy that have been the most likely to pick it up. Yeah, exactly right. Well, Canna is going to set this one up. Oh, the Cocoon will connect! The Q comes down as well, as now Dundun going to be able to escape. They'll accept just the flash. Canyon could have gone aggressive there with the repel, but decides not to. And they'll settle just for collecting some plates from this turret. Really cute. Def just checking the Gromp there, making sure that Canyon's not getting counter jungled. Oh my goodness, he reads it! Def gonna get caught out. Hells have to flash, but there's the flash to follow up the culling to try and get this one, but first blood goes to Zeri. But it doesn't necessarily get that much better all that quickly, as that Shock Blast is gonna connect. Sylvie might just be baiting here though, as Showmaker gonna have to boop him away and does so. And now is able to turn it around once again. Shock Blast at the ready, and yeah, Showmaker needs to use absolutely nothing in order to make that one happen. And Anna, yeah. And this is also after being first blooded as well. This isn't like they've managed to outhands their opposition necessarily this game, pick up a bunch of kills. This has been purely macro sense being better, as Callan's going to get caught once again. Def doing his best to try and lock down the Sejuani, but he's so tanky. Vital throws through the ultimate. Kellen's very dead, and now Showmaker's making his way down. Def trying to fight back, but he's going low. Shock Blast comes in. Showmaker completely out of mana as Canyon flashes. Peter is going to soak it beautifully, but it might be his death, and it is going to be so. Canyon does make his way out. The minion wave there at exactly the right time, and they trade supports in the bottom lane. Really is important, and Nongshim are doing a decent job right now as Dundun sweeps out, notices that there's a crocodile there, and now Def's going to move in. They're going to look to lock him down as, yep, W not going to be enough. That is Def grabbing the kill.
Without Def, without knowing whether Def is there or not, it's so difficult for Dundun to actually move in, and with that vision control, they know he's there. The second Def reappears, who, again, doesn't use his teleport, just slowly walks back here after picking up the RFC.
Going to be really difficult to stop this dragon from going.
Baron attempted trade here where there's control ward vision is just not going to work, but this is the level of desperation that Nongshim have right now where they're like, we can't just give this up. The turret is at 3/4 health. We can't cross map or anything. It's going to force a TP, but they're not going to get much else.
Dear. Oh my goodness! He flashed in and the teleport is just completely destroyed.
I stand corrected.
Oh no, that is not what you want. He just completed an Infinity Edge. As now Canna is trying to get this one done. Cole the Meat comes through. Would have loved to stopwatch at that point in time, but it's not going to work out. The Drake does go over to D plus Kia, but that was a big mistake.
Yeah, that was a greedy TP from Deft, and I was going to say they get a TP, but nothing else. I thought we're going to see Nongshim back away. Okay, Fiesta, bye.
He's dead. Showmaker just, yep, that's a boot for the kill.
One of these two tier stacking mid laners is more powerful than the other right now. A little bit late on the reaction, but they're side laning super hard with Dundun. He has TP.
Is it just dead? That was a tidal wave, just for fun, as they didn't have full vision. At least the Glacial Prison is going to come through, but now the turn might be upon them. Canna just moving his way around and decides just wants to get out. And D plus Kia, they'll just complete the heist. And now, with the Baron perfectly moving towards Elder timing.
And doesn't get that gold top side, or rather bottom side. Okay.
That Scat of the Week was very nice, but I just don't know whether it's going to matter. Okay,
never
mind. Fiesta just flashes on top of him and presses the gameplay button.
The Madman! Fiesta
Voltar Spiderling just to spot out Fiesta here as Sylvie finds the Glacial Prison off to the side. Showmaker's going to go golden as now Canna just flashes in. They jump on top of Vital, who explodes with the ultimate, but explodes into the Death Chamber as well. Deft now running away from Dundun, but he's so incredibly fast. And he'll Blast Cone. He's out of there. He's absolutely fine. And the War Machine that is D+ Kia will mow down Nongshim. Triple kill for Canyon, that's the ace, and they might just run down mid lane.
Looks like they certainly will. So a inner turret standing in their way, but it is going to fade very quickly as Deft is setting up the side down here. Kind of a backup plan, potentially, but guess what? He's got TP, actually. The call is, come mid, actually. We're going to win the game now. There's no, like, okay, what if we can't end? At least we have bottom pushing. Nope, just going to TP in, and the call is to end no matter what. Connor's like, I still have my GA, it didn't pop. There is no way we lose this game. It's 31 minutes. GG.
Yeah, that's it. And D+ Kia, it wasn't as clean as some of their other games.
No. Be willing to actually try to play that tempo-based game because we're not seeing that from Nongshim at all, and I think it's time to try it out because if you're trying to go toe-to-toe with the most snowbally team in a snowbally meta with the Zeri pick, I think you're doing it wrong. And he's also like has this sheepish grin here, Atlas, where he's like, I don't want to do this necessarily, but it may be the option here for the scaling aspects of it.
Yeah, picking for the team fight, not necessarily picking for the Sylas in particular. Of course, you do have a fair bit of control in the early game. Yep. I agree. Let's see what happens here as we hop onto the Rift for game number 2.
Oh.
Okay, Deft is just going to dash right into Vital. There's the exhaust like we saw earlier. Barrier comes through from Vital as well. A little bit cute there because, of course, now Canyon will spot him out as he gets over the wall with his own Q dash. As Showmaker now could be in trouble. Fiesta coming on in. We'll need to get a few of these auto attacks down as the minions do some work, but not enough. And Fiesta gets a solo kill first blood
on Showmaker.
In mid lane.
On Showmaker.
Took 2 turret shots there as we are going to have a look at this replay once again.
Yeah, we don't respect top lane trades. We talk about this replay here as Showmaker actually dashes through, takes a few extra autos here, and Fiesta sees the opportunity. He's level 3, a level down. And Showmaker using his cooldowns means he just can't trade back. Has to flash away. Fiesta still takes him down. And it's going to be hard for him to wipe that smirk off his face.
Yeah.
We saw Canyon with the vision control he had in the threat. Oh, never mind.
Oh dear. Bubble is going to connect there onto Vital. He has to flash, and Deft immediately flashes after, and there's the revenge from game number 1 as now Peter is able to float away. But that
Showmaker, I was going to talk about Showmaker's build for a second here.
Yeah, go.
He, well, might talk about him for a different reason.
Well, Emperor's being divided right now as there's another one. Fiesta has slightly a better one as the arrow points towards Showmaker that was built on the ground. It was actually kind of cute. But ultimately, nothing needing to be used.
Yeah, that was a really nice reaction there from Fiesta. Holds it until the Sejuani comes in, knowing that Canyon doesn't have 6, so he's not going to be able to stun him after the wall goes up. Wasn't seen, so they just fortunately get a little bit caught out.
Yep, chains are going to come through here as Canyon going to deliver some much-needed money over to Showmaker. As Emperor's Divide is going to push Shelly back. Okay, let's see whether Fiesta can actually stop this charge from happening. There we go. There's the cease and desist. Emperor's Divide coming through from Showmaker, though, means that Sylvie takes so much damage. However, it's Canyon that goes down. And yes, they get the charge, but none of the money goes to Showmaker, and they'll pick up a kill. So nice work for Nongshim. But it's POG worthy.
It's POG worthy.
It absolutely is. Culling going to come through. Vital, he's going to need a lot of help, and Peter is going to soak the rest of it, and now both of them are going to have to go home.
He's halfway there, but doesn't need it, and now they're actually going to have the Lucian gank.
Yeah, here's the Lucian gank, and the ult's going to be stolen there to create as much space as possible. Dundun trying to fight it out, but he's just not going to be able to do it here. 1v1 with the Lucian, might actually be successful. He flashes, and there's the culling just to confirm it, but Dundun made it a little bit closer than it would have otherwise been.
Just going to play a little bit more utility. Like, he's like, I am a tanky Azir because I could steal Fiesta's ult and then be impossible to kill and set it up whichever way I want. And this game is about depth now. It's not about me. It's not about the 1-3-1 as much in this game state. It's about Fiora and a 1-4.
Well, he is going to dive on in here, looks for the Emperor's Divide, finds it onto 2. Sylvie, cease and desist into the backline, but I have a feeling he might need to take his own advice here as Deft is going to help lock down that kill. Vital getting some autos in, but that is just a dead jungler, and there is just no way out here for Sylvie. Just soaking damage over and over again here towards this bottom side. If at first you don't succeed, ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. Going to pick up the kill. Oh dear. We thought that he'd escaped. but then Deft flashed on it. They're going to be aware of everything. This time, Nongshim will be able to at least take down the vision on the Baron, but they're going to start it up. Canyon over here. It's going to be 100% face up 50-50. But Fiesta has the ability to Emperor's Divide. Can he get the piggy out of the pit? Is going to be the question. The Glacial Prison comes forward. In goes Showmaker to find it. Emperor's Divide into 4 members. The secure of the Baron as well. Emperor's Divide from Fiesta is okay, but it's just nowhere near enough. And Showmaker sacrifices himself for the good of the colony. Fiesta's going to be taken down. Deft doesn't even need the double tap to make that one happen. And it's a triple kill for Canna in the end.
Yeah, this is basically game over now. There's not much you can do. Even a kill on the Canyon here is fairly insignificant. Removing a Baron buff would be nice.
Well, Deft is just going to come on forward and help Canyon take down Dundun.
Would have been
nice.
It's
going to happen. Is Canna, back on his solo mission here. Look at this damage.
He's got
the hull breaker. Yeah,
he's got a hull breaker now.
I didn't know that turrets were just upended boats, because apparently he's breaking the hulls of turrets, and I didn't know they had hulls. And Showmaker lying in wait, looking for that opportunity to hijack whatever he wants as he dives on forward. There's Fiesta dead, as Peter finds himself without anyone to attach to. Vital's going to come on over, so he does at least find a host, but it's just not going to quite be enough here as Canna fighting against Dundun and the rest of Nongshim. And Showmaker tries to hit Canna with a chain lash. An interesting maneuver that you could make, as Inhibitor going to be ignored here as D+ Kia look to just win the game by the looks of things.
Yep, just letting these minions come through now to be the front line. And I mean, every time Canna touches these turrets, they the red part disappears. Watch this.
Oh my goodness, just lunging them down over and over. Canyon standing in that front line. Vital does throw down the ultimate. Let's see whether they can get themselves a kill, as Canna going down very, very low and is going to be secured. But D+ Kia, they can just shoot the Nexus if they would like to. They instead decide to back away. Kellen could be in trouble. Prowling projectile is good. Double kill for the Zeri. We may need some certification here, Wolf, as Showmaker is going to have to give himself up. He goes golden in the nick of time as Fiesta doesn't quite find the angle that he was looking for. That's another kill for Vital. And so they have a naked Nexus, but they may have a small amount of hope.
It's a naked Nexus against a Fiora who has TP coming back online. I think this game might end soon.
Yeah, Emperor's Divide is going to come through. The stopwatch going to come down as well, but that's not going to do anything. So Deft locks up the kill onto the Azir. Thought the Emperor's Divide might have been enough to keep him alive, but it wasn't.
4,000 gold nearly the advantage here in terms of items for Canna. It is.
And Deft as well, very similar story. And that's largely, I mean, if we're going to bring this back to the overarching point, it's that D+ Kia, they can rely on a lot of different people to carry. Last time around, it was, Showmaker and Canyon doing a heck of a lot of work, right? Like Canna there as well, having a great performance, but the bottom lane lags behind. This time around, it's Showmaker that's having a rough time, right? He was focused by Nongshim, but that doesn't matter either, because that allows Deft and Kellen to find those advantages, and they're the ones that now have almost an insurmountable lead.
The Silas in this game has just been, like I said, utility. He's an Azir ult, and he's a body. It almost feels like D+ Kia have won a 4v5 game, and all Vital.
Oh dear, Vital going to get caught out of position. He does manage to dash, so doesn't get caught by the Emperor's Divide as Canna looking for that flank angle. He's dashing towards the Nexus, and they have to stop him because he can just win the game by himself. Showmaker going to go golden. Emperor's Divide doesn't find the value that they're looking for here. As Deft, I don't know what that was, but the game's over and D+ Kia win. But he did do, still, a heck of a lot of damage. Who did you give POG to?
I gave it to Deft. The boom boom was real. I think there was an argument for Canna in this game because his side laning was good. His laning was incredible as well.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG interview translation, joined by the D+ Kia POGs, Canna and Deft, the newcomers of 2023. Canna, this is your first POG of the split, and you beat your former team. How do you feel? We played 3 matches so far, and it was all 2-0 wins, so I'm so happy about that. And yeah, it was so clean. It makes it even better, and we will keep working hard for the remaining matches of the season. And Deft, for the first time ever for D plus Kia, since their foundation, they got 3 wins in a row to start off the split. How do you feel? I'm so happy that we won, but in game 1, I made too many blunders. So it's a bummer, but I think I was able to step up for game 2. Let's get back to game number 1 a little bit later, but for now, Kana, how was playing up against Nongshim Red Force with a brand new lineup on your side? The D plays Kia. Nothing special, to be honest, because this is just one of the LCK matches, so I just wanted to win. Well, Nongshim Red Force this split, they have been showing a great performance so far. They showed great potential, so how do you rate their form right now? I mean, it's actually impressive that they were able to put up a great performance with 5 rookie players, because it doesn't really happen a lot, you know. But after facing them today and also watching them perform, I think they are doing great. Especially Dundun. Even though he's a rookie, he's been doing a great job. So yeah, props to them. Deft, how was Nongshim's bottom duo? I think, like, performance-wise, like, despite being a rookie, they were doing a great job. Especially Peter, I got to play with him in the season kickoff event, and I know he's a great player. And D plus Kia actually selected red side in game number 1. We were really curious to find out what kind of strategy you guys brought, and we saw Jace mid for Showmaker. Tell us about it. Well, in fact, we were not actually like planning for a Jace mid, you know, just depending on the comp we had and they had, we decided to just flex that into the mid lane. I was like, I can play Jace top too, and then Sejuani and Aurelia, you know, were able to have more kind of agency, so we decided to put the Jace on the mid lane instead. However, you were able to just dominate the lane up against Aurelia with their Renekton. Well, I mean, I was not able to like top get this hard, but Kenyon did a great job. He helped me out a lot on the top lane, so I was able to, you know, get some easy going early on. And Deft, I think Kellen was also able to step up so much after playing with you. Did you give him any kind of advice in terms of the laning phase? Not like a specific advice, but you know, whenever we just, you know, run into a different matchup, we try to just like have a lot of communication, what is really tricky to deal with and stuff like that. I have a question about your teleport on Lucian in game 1. When you're playing Lucian, Nami, and Yumi Zeri matchup, if you take teleport early, you can actually like extend your gap, you know, you can accelerate your lead. However, I think I should have been a lot more cautious. So it was a bummer that I made too many mistakes. Speaking of being cautious, I think you are talking about your TP into a ward and getting caught right after, right? Yeah, so we knew that they were going for a Baron, and we knew that they were really slow because they don't have enough damage, and I was like, I don't know why I did that, but I just like TP'd onto a random ward, and after that I was like, oh, why did I do that? However, game 2 decided to go for Ignite. Well, if you go into the details, you know, I have a lot of like reasons why sometimes I want to go for teleport and sometimes why I want to go Ignite, but to put it simple, I just wanted to go a little bit more aggressively during the laning phase. Kana, and I saw your interview before the season started, and you said you have a very, very big desire to win this season. Are you happy with your situation over in D plus Kia? Very much. I mean, like this lineup, we have a golden lineup here. They are all so great, so like nothing to mention. And your next match will be up against T1, the Saturday showdown. Everyone is having their eyes on that series. How are we going to prepare for that one? T1 is a very strong team. You know, it's going to be pretty tough, but I think we're going to have a lot of fun there. So we're going to put up a great fight and showcase a very entertaining series for the show. What about you, Deft?
T1 로고가 나오고 있네요. 네, 일단 T1 자체가
T1, the org itself, you know, the team itself at the LCK, they are so strong, they're doing great. So if you get to take T1 down, it's gonna be a huge momentum boost for us. So we will do our best to get the best outcome possible. And this will be the end of the interview from Deft, Kana from D+Kia. Back to the space. Thank you.